It's Thursday, October 16th.
We will make sure that we push the company and we hold them to account.
Digging in, Ottawa says they will exercise all options, including legal ones, if Stellantis doesn't honor their Canadian commitments.
So I heard one, and then I heard two after that. But they weren't like bang, bang, bang.
Witnesses sharing what they saw and heard when police shot and killed a woman in Eastern Passage, Nova Scotia.
The camera will be replaced. When people break the law, they need to pay.
Drivers going too fast and a speed camera cut down 7 times. Advocates say more isn't being done to improve safety on a notorious stretch of road in Toronto.
Here's a high fly ball off of the bat of Jimenez that's carrying well. Robles turns and watches it fly.
Not done yet. The Blue Jays bats coming alive Wednesday night in Seattle, smashing 5 home runs in a 13-4 Game 3 win. Stay with us, Canada. Your morning starts right now. Good morning, Canada. Welcome to Your Morning. I'm Anne-Marie Mediwake.
Good morning. I'm Lindsey Deluce.
And I'm Matt Scooby. Kelsey is off this week. Hopefully you're off to a good start on this Thursday after a big Blue Jays win.
It was a nice way to go to bed last night.
It was a fantastic
Did
way to go to bed.
Did you watch the whole game?
Not till all the end, no. I think they were...
Well, they're up 12-2.
They were
so
12-2 and I went to bed. Yeah.
Ditto. So it was, but finally the bats, a little less pressure, right? On the road in the baby blue uniforms.
Good.
All about it last night.
Yeah, we're going to do a full recap coming up in just a moment. But first, other news to talk about today, Ottawa threatening legal action against Stellantis after the automaker, as we know, revealed that it's shifting production of the Jeep Compass from Brampton to Illinois.
We've invested millions of dollars in that facility based on the commitment that they would be investing in a new model.
A letter from Industry Minister Melanie Joly to the Stellantis CEO points to legally binding commitments the company made as part of a deal with Canada and Ontario. It says if Stellantis does not honor those commitments, the federal government will exercise all options, including legal. The Brampton plant had been retooling to make the Compass since last year. Production at the plant has been paused since February after tariff threats from U.S. President Donald Trump. In a statement, Stellantis said this, quote, "Canada is very important to us. We have plans for Brampton and will share them upon further discussions with the Canadian government." The union representing 3,000 workers, by the way, at Brampton's Stellantis plant, they're not holding back on what they think of the company's actions.
Disrespectful and disgusting behavior by the company.
There you have it. Those workers, along with the union management, found out about the news at the same time on Tuesday by robocall. Experts say there could be a knock-on effect throughout Canada's auto industry as well if this plant closes. That is because there are hundreds of millions of dollars of investments in parts manufacturers meant to supply that plant. Meanwhile, talks for a Canada-U.S. trade deal are back on this week in Washington.
The pressure is really growing now for Canada and the U.S. to reach a deal.
CTV News confirming Canada-U.S. Trade Minister Dominic LeBlanc is back in Washington for negotiations. Minister LeBlanc called talks last week, quote, successful and positive, but he left Washington without a deal. Ottawa is said to be looking for short-term deals to find relief for specific industries like steel, aluminum, and energy. In other news today, Nova Scotia's Serious Incident Response Team is investigating after a woman was shot and killed by police. This witness describes what happened before officers got there.
Somebody was fighting or having a disagreement or whatever, right? But then once the police showed, it really escalated from there.
RCMP officers were called to the home in Eastern Passage Tuesday afternoon. There was a knife at the scene. Investigators say police tasered the woman, but she kept coming. That was when one of the officers opened fire. The woman was pronounced dead soon after that. No one else was hurt in this incident. Montreal police say one of the most wanted fugitives in the country has now been arrested. Pierre-Yves Philogene was among 25 of the most wanted suspects in this country. He was wanted for first-degree murder. You remember this? Just last week, police showing his face along with 24 other suspects as part of the federal Be on the Lookout program, or BOLO. Philogene was arrested Tuesday night in Surrey. He's now behind bars in BC. He will be brought back to Montreal where he will face that murder charge. Philogene was once an associate of alleged Montreal mafia boss Leonardo Rizzuto. Safety advocates in Toronto say more needs to be done to improve safety on a notorious stretch of road.
The most disappointing part is they have all the data. They see what's happening on the street, and still they're so unwilling to actually do something about it.
So what's new today? Well, numbers collected from the Parkside Drive speed camera show 46 cars have been clocked going more than 100 kilometers an hour since April 2022. The highest speed recorded on this stretch was 154 kilometers per hour. That's, by the way, almost 4 times the speed limit. The Parkside Drive speed camera is one of the busiest in Toronto. As we know, it was cut down for a 7th time back in September. Community members say it still has not been put back up. The province is planning to table legislation to ban speed cameras. Ontario Provincial Police have a reminder for new drivers. You need to have a real person in the car with you. A 19-year-old G1 driver was pulled over with a skeleton in the passenger seat. There it is. People with a this is for real. People with a G1 license need to have a qualified driver in the car. To be clear, that, like a skeleton, is not a real person. I mean, it was wearing a seatbelt, so safety first. The Blue Jays are back in the ALCS in a big way.
Since 2010, Vlad Jr. sends a high drive to deep center field. Rodriguez to the wall, it's gone. First pitch of the 5th, Vlad Jr. launches a solo shot.
Yes, it's that look, right? That home run from Vladdy was one of, 5 hit by the Jays Wednesday night as they crushed the Mariners 13-4 in Game 3. I mean, the start, not ideal, right, of the game. The Jays went down 2-0 early after another home run from Rodriguez. Starting pitcher Shane Bieber appeared to struggle at the beginning. However, after that, Bieber was lights out. Everything really changed in the 3rd. The Jays brought in 5, including a 2-run homer from Jimenez.
Victor Robles with one away.
I just think our confidence was low after Game 2, and they really came back. It gives us a lot of confidence for the series. We can win this, definitely.
I'm mainly just hoping to bring it back home, and then I don't know, win tomorrow, and then see what happens from there.
Yeah, I'm guessing Jays fans finally slept well last night. So here's what happens now: the Jays are going to play another 2 in Seattle. They need to win one of those before we can bring it back to Toronto. Game 4 is tonight. First pitch later than I want. 8:33 p.m. Eastern, but we'll be there. The Toronto Zoo has a league of their own. Look at this. What are we looking at? Well, the zoo is sharing these videos and pictures all week to cheer on the Jays. These animals, what is this thing? Is that an anteater? Aardvark? They're getting ready with their gear. And what game is complete without snacks? Oh, more. There's more animals.
Blue and Jay, the Highland cows.
That's right, Blue and Jay.
Come on.
That's
we went and saw them with the boys. And
that's fun.
Hanging out.
What does Kelsey call them? The hairy ones?
That's right, hairy cows.
The hairy cows.
Yeah.
I think they're adorable. I don't know what that one. I don't know what that one is though.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's like that. Aardvark.
Aardvark.
Yeah.
it's a aardvark.
Well, I know. Yeah, it's the sound. The word sound.
Oh.
You think it's an anteater?
Anteater?
Yeah. That was my instinct.
It does, yeah.
Or it's an aardvark.